Boy, you know that thing super. Ain't lying yet. No, ain't lying yet. Ain't lying. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. Super. Ain't lying yet. Whew, child, let me go on here and get this together so the people can hoop and holler over in the comments because that's just how they is, and they're gonna do that anyway, girl. Okay. Let me make sure we're good over here. What's going on, everybody? Hey, Ben. We are here. We are here. Hear ye, hear ye. We are here to talk about reunion part 1 of Real Housewives of Potomac. Okay, and some people will say Real Housewives of Pathetic. It's giving a little bit of that too. It's giving Real Housewives of Pathetic. I might like that a bit better. Okay, Real Housewives of Pathetic. We are about to go ahead and talk about it. Matter of fact, I like that so much. I'm finna change the damn title of the video, girl. It's gonna give Real Housewives of Pathetic. Okay, that's what it's giving. I like that better. All right. Yes. So what's going on, everybody? All right. Happy. What is this? Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday, child. Um, let's talk about it. Let's get into the show. All right. Let me get my notes and things together because I wasn't gonna go live, y'all. But I was like, let me just go ahead, you know, and chit chat with you guys about, the show. I know a lot of y'all probably been checking my page. Like, has Jamie uploaded a video, girl? And that goes for the people that sub and, enjoy my content, and the people that can't stand what I have to say, but find themselves coming back every week or every other day. Congratulations. Thank you. You are now one of my elite subbies. Okay. That's my new thing. That dude off of TikTok, you are now one of my elite employees. I love him. You are one of my elite subbies. Come on in. Here you go. Is this it?
But now you have been promoted. You are now one of my elite employees. But now you have been.
Yes. You are now one of my elite haters. You're either that or you're a subby. Either way, we appreciate you. Okay. Thanks for keep coming back. We appreciate that. I do find that to be one of the most hilarious things when people don't like what you have to say, yet they find themselves tuning in all of the time. And you guys are to be appreciated. So I have to let you know that I do appreciate you guys for sure. Absolutely. But let's get into some things. All right. First off, we did get into the fashions a while ago. When it came down to the ladies' attire, I personally felt like all of the ladies looked beautiful, including Giselle, in my personal opinion. I know she didn't really go all out of her way. She did take the safe approach, and I didn't really mind the safe approach on Giselle, but that's just my personal, okay? Um, the only thing I really had an issue with, or the only few things, okay? I wasn't too sure about Wendy's hair, but when I looked at her more at the reunion, I think her hair looked really nice. It was more so the necklace that was distracting for me, so I didn't really like that piece. I also felt like it took away from her entire outfit because I think her outfit looked really nice. I didn't think she needed that big old necklace on her. Ashley, they was chewing you up about your head, girl. They was really chewing you up about your hair, and I have to say, Ashley doesn't have any. I don't think Ashley has any failed reunion looks. And I think this was her first season to have that. You know what I'm saying? The way she said it wasn't a good reunion for her. Yeah, I think emotionally and appearance wise, it likely wasn't for her. But I thought her outfit was cute. I didn't think her makeup looked bad. I just didn't really like what they did with her wig. It kind of gave a bit of what is it, Hairspray? I think that movie from a long time ago, Stiffness, Hairspray, that's what it was giving, just a little bit. Even Ineka looked nice in my opinion. So for the most part, I thought, well, Robin, I think with the outfit Robin had on, she could have went with a different style. I felt like we've already seen the bob. It wasn't as bad because I do remember the season when she came and she had the tire tracks in her head with the bob, and that wasn't good. Like, this bob is better than that one, so this outfit wasn't as worse as that one. But I do wish that they would have done something different with Robin's hair. I like when Robin has like her updo when she has like the little bangs or whatever coming down. I think she looks so cute like that. But all in all, I think the ladies did fairly well. All right. We didn't get any dressing room visits like we typically do. I feel like Andy makes it a point to go around to everybody's dressing room. And we didn't get that. We just saw the ladies entering the building. And then next thing you know, we saw them entering the stage. And I'm like, what I didn't like about this first part was we spent a lot of time, and I'm going through my notes and stuff, so we might bring this up again, but we spent a lot of time talking about swallowing. Have you ever been swallowed? I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care nothing about what these ladies are doing in their spare time with the men that they choose. Okay. High key, I don't. Unless it's a scandal, then girl, I'm all ears. Hey, one, how are you? But aside from that, like, I really don't need to know that. Like, I came out, y'all, the time that y'all spent trying to tell us about who sucked and on who and swallowed on what, I feel like that time could have been best used with me just seeing Andy visit everybody, and if they're ready for the reunion. And the fact that they didn't really show us that, and the fact that they showed us more about people swallowing and guzzling and holding shit in their mouth, okay, decades old shit in their mouth. Hey, Ashley girl, how you doing? That was enough to let me know that this season didn't give a goddamn thing, okay? But shenanigans, if that, and it wasn't no good shenanigans, okay? Because there are good and there are bad, and these were very much so on the low. All right. What else did we learn? Okay. Giselle came out, baby, thought she was first chair. I know she came to go straight to her seat. And they didn't show Giselle preparing to sit in the first seat and her being corrected. They didn't, I don't think I saw them saying, no, your seat is here. I just saw her sitting down and she asked who was sitting here. And I'm like, girl, y'all could have showed us that too. Show us seeing Giselle trying to sit down in first seat and getting told hell to the no. Right. But anywho, Andy told her Karen is sitting there, and she said, oh, well, that's nice, or whatever. And he said, yeah, you guys will be, get to play together, or whatever it was that he said. Okay. So they ended up sitting together. He goes around talking to people. Robin says that her franchise has yet to open. I definitely hope that she gets the franchise open ASAP, really this year, because people are rumoring that Robin has been fired from the show. Now, I may not have liked how Robin handled things on this show, but I don't know if she's really fired, y'all. That's just me. I don't know if she is 100% fired, and that is primarily because Ashley got on this news station the other day, and Ashley said that they haven't even received letters or updates or anything yet. Nobody has received anything yet, okay, to even know if they were coming back or none of that. So according to Ashley and what she said at that moment, because we do know Ashley can lie. Hello. That is what leads me to believe that it could be just pure speculation. And I feel like we hear a lot of stuff when the season is over. We hear a lot of stuff about who's fired, who's returning, all of this stuff. And then sometimes it don't even be true, but we don't be thinking about it months down the road, right? We be forgetting. And then we see the show and them same people that they said was laid off or whatever the case is, them folks are still on the show. So I can't say. I need more concrete evidence, and we probably not going to get there until we see, the cast photo for the next season. But I don't know if she was fired, but people are believing that she is. So therefore, if you are Robin, I do hope that you get your franchise open as soon as you can, considering the fact that one has yet to get a motherfucking job, and damn near is costing you yours. Okay, so he needs to get in there. Didn't Juan tell her he was going to do some cleaning or doing some type of helping out at the franchise? But he going to have to be the manager. He's going to have to do something to get a check. All right. So I hope that you guys figure that out. At some point during this reunion, Robin, you're so stupid. God damn, you dumb as hell. Whew, Robin just stupid as fuck. Like, sorry, like I just can't take it. That's a dumb ass woman. And I actually, out of the two, I would think I like Robin more than I like Giselle. And I used to love both of them. I've been watching Potomac over. I started over season 1. And I started realizing why I liked both Robin and Giselle. And it's more so because of, how they look. You would think that at the time when I was watching the show, they were so like uppity and sedity, kind of like how Karen showed herself to be when she first started off the show. Like she just this upper high class. And to me, I felt like Robin and Giselle were more like down to earth for the most part. So that was something that I liked about them. And the fact that Ashley was like just messy and really didn't fit into the group. And I love the fact that Robin was really willing to approach her on some bitch don't try me type shit. Okay. So, I mean, that's something that I liked about her. But Robin, girl, you are just dumb as hell. I would say I still like you more than I like Giselle. I just don't like what you did. And I don't like how you play this role as though you do not care when you for sure care. And you try to make it make sense so bad as to why this man was not sitting behind you and supporting you. And I cringed. I really cringed, girl. Like you sound just as dumb then as you did trying to justify you believing that he didn't cheat on you. And it's just so interesting that you've come to this place where you would believe that he didn't based on what he said, considering the fact that one of the reasons y'all got a divorce the first time was because he was a hoe. So it's like now all of a sudden you're just at this place where it's like, oh my God, no, I'm going to believe exactly what he says. Like, why would he do that? Like, bitch, when y'all living in the same house and the man was dating a whole nother woman, like, are you okay? You talk about we've been together and been in each other's lives for 28 years. Okay. And that should be enough time for you to know this motherfucker and know how he moves. So that's what kills me is you suffering in silence, but then you want to come to the world and portray a completely different image as though you're unbothered. And it's like, it's okay if you are. It's okay if you are. Like, be bothered. Like, you're human. Like, what he did was disrespectful as hell. It's totally okay. I think that had you, when your friends approached you with the situation, had you taken a different approach and allowed them to comfort you and be there for you or whatever the case was, things would have been a bit different instead of you positioning yourself to be the victim and everybody's coming down on you and all of this extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Robin, you was just, I don't know, you was on some FS, girl. And I just, you just sound dumb as fuck. Anyway, let's get to Nicholson over here lying, talking about her season was a 10 out of 10. Bitch, it couldn't have been. Your season could not have been no 10 out of 10, dear heart. Have a seat. Let's talk. The reason why your season, in my opinion, was not a 10 out of 10, because I don't even know who the hell you are. Who are you? I don't know anything about you. Well, I can't say anything. I know that you're an attorney, but I haven't seen your work. Like, I feel like when Wendy came on and she said that she at least worked for like what CNN, I feel like they gave us a glimpse of that, right? When she said that she was a professor, didn't we at least see her grading papers or doing some shit like that? What are you doing? Like, what are you? You're an attorney. Like, can we see you at least working, even if it's working from home? Like, they did you an injustice this season, and I really, girl. You might get another one. And if you get a second round, it might make people like you. But I want you to understand something. And people were feeling away, from my tweets that I put up earlier. And you can feel however you want to feel. It's not going to change how I feel about the situation. But I do believe, should she stay on this show, she will be Candace. Period. And it's not just Candace. You will be Wendy. You will be Karen, because they have come for everybody's marriage. Like, hello, the fact that your husband has yet to transition his job to be stationary and he's still a traveling doctor or whatnot, that is enough of an angle, in my opinion, for them to use that against you and try to get in the psyche of you and put these thoughts in your head that your man could possibly be doing something that he ain't got no business. Like, baby, hear me. Ike is next. I don't know if it's like a rites of passage type thing that you have to cross when you're on this show or something. But any fans that have watched this show from the very beginning, and you want to say from people's tweets who's on a neck's head right now, and you want to make it seem like, oh, that won't happen to her and this and that, you can't be a fan of this show. Because if you were and you were watching it from the beginning, every single woman's husband has come into question. Every single one. Every single woman's relationship has come into question. So if you think that that's not going to happen to Aneka, and if Aneka thinks that's not going to happen to her, we'll watch you spiral because it's on its way. It's inevitable, to be quite honest with you. And another thing that I really hate for you, Aneka, because baby, you might need to watch the seasons too. You speaking on the GEBs as though they accepted you and welcomed you in. Number one, they were being called colorists in my personal, more so Giselle than Robin, because when Wendy first came on the show, Robin was like, that's my girl. That's my girl. So I can't really put that off on, Robin, because I feel like the colorist comments more so went to Giselle. And I feel like her embracing you was really to spite Wendy, and to possibly alter any of those people's minds that may see her as said, colorist. But what I need you to understand, okay, and keep in mind, people may not like you right now, but it doesn't mean that the next season they won't change their minds and start liking you if Bravo forces you on us. And I say that because we didn't give a damn about Mia. Now people liking Mia more than they like the damn GEBs, to be honest with you. But I need you to understand this. Robin and Giselle are only loyal to each other, not you. Only each other. And you two will find that out. You just gonna find, girl, I don't know, you're gonna find it. Okay, that's should you return, that should Robin return. Should Giselle return to the show without Robin, I do see her being closer with Karen and closer with Ashley. I think she's going to stick closer to the people that were on the show from the very beginning with her, as they will be the old heads. Should Ashley also remain on this show? If not, I see Giselle sticking closer to Karen. But that's just, that's my personal. That's just what I think. And your time too will come. And you tweeted something, baby. Girl, you tweeted something. And I said, ooh, Aneka, girl, don't tweet this because they're going to bookmark you. And they're going to be on your head about it. Do I have it? I don't think I have it. Let me see if I can find it on her page. Oh, I know kind of what she said. Okay. What Aneka pretty much said was, should she have any issues in her relationship or whatever, she would hope that, matter of fact, let me do this because I really want to read it verbatim, what she said. Let me see if I could find that on her page. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Okay. Let me see. I think this is it. She says, I'm on a reality TV show. If there are issues in my marriage or any aspect of my life, I expect my friend group to ask me about it. If they don't, they aren't being a friend and most certainly aren't doing their job. Ma'am, that I promise you that will not age well. I promise you. Somebody ate you up though. Somebody said... You was just mad and hell bent because someone said they didn't want to bring you on the show because they didn't know you. And you expect us to believe that once they start talking negatively about your family, that you will take it well. Please stop. So I'm just letting you know that's not going to age well for you, my dear heart. Should you stay on the show longer? Okay. Let's see. Thank you so much, Tashin. Did I say it right? For the super chat. Hi, Jamie. First time catching your live. Love your content. I'm going to start from the beginning. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. So yeah, Aneka, just be careful. Okay. I may not have been featuring you this season, but that don't mean that can't change because I damn sure couldn't stand Mia. All right. So things could possibly alter. It's just in this moment, I'm not featuring you. So meaning if you come or you go, shrug shoulders. Okay. Yeah, but the 10 out of 10, I just feel like we don't really know a lot about you. We saw that you were trying to get pregnant. We don't really know what happened with that. Maybe we'll find out at the reunion. Are you currently pregnant, or what are you guys up to? Like, we just don't know you. For real. The only thing we know is you kept trying to beef with Wendy because you felt like Wendy didn't want you on the show. And in all honesty, I felt like your connection to the GEBs, more so Giselle, in my personal, I feel like conversations were had with you to influence, and likely Ashley as well, to influence the back and forth between you and Wendy. When it could have all been so simple. It was what it was. I don't care about whether you wanted me on the show. Then I'm here now. Okay. So your best bet would have at least tried to be, try to be friends with her. And if you would have continued to try to be cool with Wendy and have some type of relationship, like, hey, let's go grab something to eat, whatever, it would have actually played against Wendy. And Wendy would have been looking like a fool, looking stuck up, like, dang, Wendy don't want to hang out with her. Da, 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 da. But I think that your approach and it just wasn't good this season, in my personal. Okay. Candace speaks on becoming a mom, all right? And well, really, she's talking about doing more music. And then Andy said, okay, so you're doing more music. Does that mean that you becoming a mom is being pushed back? And she was like, and she kind of said, yeah, all right? So I do hope with Candace deciding to leave the show, I definitely hope that she is pregnant or either on the journey to be pregnant. I'm not sure, but it definitely makes me question if she's putting her music back in the forefront. She and Chris had a sit down conversation about this, right? About her putting the music in the forefront. She then goes, sit down with a therapist, cries with him and says, oh, I do want a baby, right? But then yet here we are hearing you talk about pushing having a baby back. So I'm questioning, do you really want to be a mom? And if not, that is okay. And then I'm questioning now, because I never thought this until I rewatched the episode, the reunion, and it crossed my mind, like, do you not want kids with Chris? Because Chris already got kids. I'm also questioning if where you have grown in your career versus where he has grown in his, are you possibly reevaluating your marriage? I would hope not, but these are just questions that popped up in my mind. But yeah, we shall see. Ashley, forehead Darby, over there lying, talking about she got some movement in her divorce. And this, that's why I'm so glad this is not going to be a good reunion for Ashley. Because Ashley, I could not stand Ashley from season 1, episode 1. Never liked her. Okay, even Robin, I was watching the episode and Ashley was over there humping on Robin, and Robin was like, like, what is this giving? Like, she acts more white than she acts black. Like, black folks don't be over here humping on each other like that. I was like, ooh, I thought it was just me, but I'm glad that you said it and I didn't. Okay, it'll come out better out your mouth, I'm sure, than it will out of mine, considering y'all damn near the same complexion. But anyway, girl, I just never really cared for Ashley. She just was she kind of reminds me a little bit of the girl from Summer House that's always showing off her body and stuff, like overly free and stuff like that. Ashley doesn't necessarily do that, but she does give me those vibes, and I'm not here for it. Then you over here with this old ass man, and then acting like you so in love with this old ass man when you used to work at his club and stuff. And then what she said when she used to work at the club, so I would see him managing, and I had my eye on him, and I was like, I'm gonna marry that man. No, you meant that you was gonna make that man your sugar daddy forever. Like, come on. Anywho. Yeah, Ashley said his movement in her divorce. We know that she's lying. She's going to be caught in that lie later on, as she talks about how she rubs Michael's feet every damn night. But you trying to get a divorce. Ashley rubbing the feet for them chicks. That's what Ashley doing. What else? Andy tells the ladies that their images should reflect that they are all better together than apart. Okay. I feel like when Andy said that, he really does want the group to come together without any additional changes aside from Ineka. That's just what it is that I think. Okay. I think he does want the group as they are to continue to work, because they've made great television already together over the past few years. So why change that, honestly? He did say that he was frustrated watching them, basically because nobody was willing to accept any ownership. Karen says that she believes in the women. Candace said, listen, I'm at a place where I'm willing to take accountability, ownership for anything, I may have done or whatever. Wendy said, I second that. So you see these two ladies on the stage. Actually, everybody on their stage was ready to move the hell forward. Okay. Even Mia was like, me too. I didn't hear Ashley say anything when BIT, you should be the first hoe up there talking about some ownership and accountability, because ain't nobody finna tell me anything about Miss Ashley Darby, because her bringing Deborah to that party, you knew exactly what you were doing, and you are responsible for your friend, period. Okay. So, especially knowing that girl did not like Candace. You knew exactly what you were doing this season, just like you did last season when you brought that girl back around after she made allegations or told lies about Eddie and about Chris, and then trying to force Candace to have a conversation with her. You knew exactly what you were doing. All right. And anybody that's refusing to see or acknowledge that, in my opinion, you just don't really like Candace. That's your personal, but it's okay to dislike her. I'm not begging y'all to like the lady. I could care what the hell y'all do. But it's also okay if you just acknowledge that, like, girl, you was on some hoe shit. Okay. Now I may not like this BIT, but girl, you was on some shit. Anywho, Karen says that she believes in the women. We talked about that. First order of business. We talked about that. The first order of business was for them to talk about swallowing. I was not really interested in that. What else happened? Ashley over there talking about she hold it in her mouth so he fall asleep. I'm like, why is that any of our business? Why do you need to tell us that? And then she talk about, I can't get into it. But we expect Michael to go to sleep immediately afterwards. We do. Girl, let's keep going. Karen is asked about her wet dreams and why she couldn't keep track of them or whatever. Robin says that she can't keep track of her partners. And then Karen says, no, that would be Juan. Baby, the way Karen fires back at Robin, she be ready. And it's not because Karen rehearses these things. It's because Robin is an easy read. That is why. Candace, my love, should you return to this show, please make note. Because in my opinion, the time that you spent trying to prevent a tear and the time that you spent grabbing your tissue, you could have given Robin at least 5 reads in one should it have been necessary, or you could have given 5 of them hoes to Giselle, in all honesty. Okay? In my personal, you could have gave it. All right. And I don't understand the dynamic and the crying over this friendship with Robin. I understand you're a sensitive person. I also understand that a lot of people cry. That's not like when they're frustrated, they cry. That's why I don't really harp on her too much, or really anybody that's like crying all the time, because it's like, that's how they express themselves, right? Especially out of frustration. But at the same time, it was giving, girl, was y'all hunching or something? Because I'm not understanding the energy as to why you're so emotional about the friendship with Robin. Like, girl, what is it? Like, okay. Because I just feel like you have so many reasons to feel a way about Robin, aside from her switching up, because she did when it came to the Chris situation and Giselle. But the BIT literally tried to flip the entire group on you. Somebody, I don't know who said this. I feel like, I don't know if I was on a panel with Bondi and Niecy or what, or I was watching somebody else's video. But people have always believed that Giselle never liked Candace. And yes, she disliked Monique more, but the goal, once she got Monique off the show, was always to come back around to you, Candace. It was always to come back around. And yeah, that's just what it is. Giselle sat in there because the whole goal was for her to come at your head. And Robin, I don't see how you don't understand how you contributed, how you flip-flop, because once again, your goal is always to maintain that loyalty to Giselle, because Giselle also mentioned that years ago when she had a one-on-one with you and told you to not go against her. We have to show a united front or whatever. So basically what I feel like you did was you pulled a play on behalf of Giselle and likely yourself, because you played that audio from this girl's live when they could have went and listened to it on their own, but you tried to create a mob against your cast member and the person that's supposed to be your said friend. Candace, if what she did with the Chris situation was not enough, you should have not been fucking with her off that, because she showed her hand. Why do you continue to want friendship from a person like that who tried to air you out in front of everybody? Shout out to Karen, because Karen clocked Robin with that shit, this reunion, and said something about her pulling out that boom box and doing the absolute most. Okay, Robin is to not be trusted, in all honesty, but that's just, my opinion. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay, yeah, I said Candace's energy. Okay, yes. So when I went back and watched the reunion part 1, I just noticed that Candace's energy was off the entire show to me. And I also feel like Candace is typically quicker when people are coming at her. She's typically quicker. I do feel like, yes, she does have her crying moments as well, but she's also typically, she fires off quickly. And she wasn't able to do that even with Giselle and this Robin situation. And that makes me feel like you weren't really there. You were there, but I feel like your head was going somewhere else, which leads me to believe that Candace, and I could be wrong, but this is just what my thoughts are. I feel like Candace may have been in turmoil for a long time about giving this show the fuck up. I do. I think that she has been thinking about this for some time because her whole energy so at the reunion was off. Even her reaching behind, grabbing the poster boards, which I wasn't really featuring. I wasn't really interested. And I was like, girl, we don't need all this shit. Like, just tell them what the hell said. Anyway. So when she went back to grab that and she was trying to read it and she could barely get through, I'm like, yo, what is going on with you? Like any other time you will fire off, you don't need props because your prop is your mouth. That's your lethal weapon. That's going to hit harder than a fucking prop. So something like she was just off to me. I don't know what was going on, but she definitely was off. And like I said, I think that she could have been thinking about making this move for some time. Juan and Robin. So they play flashbacks, child, of Robin being yelled at by Juan. Listen, do we have any good moments with Robin and Juan? Are there any good moments with Robin and Juan on this show? Please show that. Because, girl, what they gave us, all he does is yell at your ass. And then you sitting over here trying to convince us that y'all are each other's best friends or y'all are each other's biggest supporters, but your biggest supporter couldn't sit up there and be behind you and have your back for some shit he created. Y'all know we just watched some court shows the other day, and it was a wife and a mistress in court battling it out over a PPO or whatever it was, or a TPO, whatever that was. And I'm saying this, and then the judge says the same thing. Where is the man? They often put you in these situations, but then won't stand beside you as you go through it. And I just don't think that's fair. And I feel like you being a wife that does not demand that of a man that benefits off of your salary is a problem, in my opinion. Now, y'all gonna run y'all relationship and do what y'all want to do, how y'all want to, because that's what we all do, right? But I do feel like that is a problem, and that is an embarrassment to you. Whether I like how you handle stuff, whether I like you, whatever, I definitely think that you deserve better. And you continue to give him excuses to be mediocre with your ass, honestly. I never see him be affectionate towards you. None of that. And maybe you're not that. Maybe you're a person that don't need that type of affection. I don't know. I would beg to differ. I think that you may show us and others a tough exterior, but on the inside, I do believe that you may be a completely different person. And I am, and my opinion is I don't believe that your needs are fully met by Juan. I don't. But because you've been with him so long and the attachment to you guys are your two children, I think that you're going to continue to go along to get along. But when those kids get older, I can see Juan leaving Robin, but here's the reason why I also can see him not leaving Robin. I see him not leaving Robin because Robin has always been his safe space to fall back on. It's one of those situations where it's like, who will always be there? Robin. If ain't nobody else gonna be there for me, I know Robin's gonna be there for me. Hell, even her family was there for me. So that's the reason why I think that he will continue to stay around with Robin. It's, you know, and then his jobs. Ever since he left the NBA, in my opinion, I feel like things have been very up and down for him. Nothing has been as consistent for him. So yeah, if don't nobody go out there and make sure the house is taken care of and get a check, Robin does that. And that's why he will stay, for security purposes only. That's just my opinion on that, though. What else? Robin says Juan didn't watch any of the season. Okay. And then, you know what? And what really grinds my gears about Juan is when she's coming to him about stuff, I really feel like he always makes it her fault. He always makes it her fault and never puts anything else off on somebody else like they're the problem. He's never on your side. Like, that's not a teammate to me. That's not a supporter to me. Like, he never, in my opinion, sees shit your way. And it does seem like the only time he might be tuned in is when you talking business, because he knows that that means money. He knows that that means y'all family gonna be taken care of. So he'll tune in on that front. You got him all in when you talk about the money and shit. But when somebody makes you feel away or whatever the case is, you are the one that always have to alter how you feel about shit. I don't like that. I just think that's the way. Like, you're supposed to be her support system. Like, come on. You're supposed to be, I mean, and even if you don't see it her way, help her see it in a different way. But it's about your tone and how you talk. Like, I don't see how she do it. But girl, that's your congratulations. What else? Robin still believes that he hasn't cheated, or at least she can say that he hasn't cheated for certain. She can't say for certain that he didn't, but based on what he told her and what she learned after the fact, she's willing to believe that he has not cheated. And I'm like, girl, you done started up here with this man for 28 years. You know him like don't nobody else know him, and you want to still sit in America space and tell us that you don't believe that he cheated when he done went and bought a whole hotel room for a BITCH, then caught out here with other. Girl, I don't know. It's the embarrassment for me. It's him not caring about your feelings ever. 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 I don't even think the man said that he was, did Juan apologize to Robin directly? Or did he apologize because or did he say like, I'm sorry, I'm just a friendly person. I'm a friendly person. I don't recall. I don't think she got like a direct apology for what he did. And I do feel like he embarrassed her publicly. So because of that, he should have given her a public apology. And I don't think that I really heard one. But, y'all let me know. What else? Okay, so Juan declined to be by her side at the show. She says that doesn't mean he isn't her biggest supporter, or he doesn't support her, she said. Wendy said he should be able to take the bullets with her. He is the reason that she's sitting in this seat. Not literally as Sports Potomac, but he's the reason that you're in this position to where everybody in America is dragging you. Okay. Wendy says, no. She says Juan has a weird thing with his phone because that comes up about him deleting everything. And she says that he doesn't like clutter, so he constantly deletes things. When did he develop this? When did he develop that? This whole thing about clutter to where he likes to delete stuff. When did he develop that? Because I feel like there's been times we've seen your house and it ain't been in tip-top shape. So I would think if you like to declutter the fuck out your phone, I would hope that you would like to declutter the shit out your house. But I don't know. That's just what Robin says. I can only tell y'all what Robin over there talking about, honey. And then that's the other thing. Like, Robin, nobody's telling you to leave one if you don't want to. Nobody's saying that, any of that. But what we are saying is stop trying to pretend to us that you don't care when we know that you do. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing that. And then you just give him too many passes to continue to disrespect you. And we just asking that you stand up a little bit. That's all. All right. So Candace says that her issues wasn't about Juan cheating. It was more so about Robin holding her own business, but wanting to speak on everybody else's business. So then, Robin was like, well, when was this? When was the time that I did that? Candace brings up the trip when Robin was trying to get into the business of Karen, and Robin was like, I did that after she came for me. But then what about the other times that you've done that in the past? Okay. When it came to Karen. So then Andy says that she should have gotten ahead of the story. She should have got ahead of the story when it first came out. She said she didn't know that it was going to be a story that was going to be brought up. Andy reminds her, and I said, okay, Andy, I'm with you on this. He reminded her and said that, well, when we was on Watch What Happens Live, you sat up there and you was over there saying that you was waiting for Karen to bring it up. I said, clock it. Call her out. So then Andy, he reads a question from a blogger. I don't even know what Robin said after that. I don't know what she said after that when he was like, you was waiting on Karen to bring it up. I think she said that, well, I was saying if she wouldn't bring it up, like I wouldn't have been mad or something like that she was saying. And it's like, Robin, whatever it was, your answer is bogus and you're full of shit. That's just what it is, okay? And Andy brings up a question from a blogger. Candace says that she won't be answering any questions from this person. And she said because that's a friend of Robin's, and that's why I'm not gonna be answering no questions from a person that she sit over there and talk SHI about. Okay, so he can't ask me or she can't ask me a goddamn thing. Okay, whoever the person was. So then Candace pulls out a poster board to show how Robin was over there talking SHI about her castmates, but specifically about her best friend Giselle and how Giselle pissed her the fuck off. And because Giselle pissed her off, she was thinking about making a post. Now, I don't know if y'all caught Robin's face, but Robin was shocked that it was even leaked. And she was trying to maintain her composure to not give off any upsetness, kind of, you know, because she likes to stay in this era of I don't care. So, Robin, you say you don't care so much. So if you were released from this job, then I hope that you also don't care about that either. But anywho, so here go Nneka asking Giselle, are you mad? Giselle said, no, girl, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. I mean, clearly she is, but I'm the one that should be upset. Like, I mean, all right. And then Karen says, she said, but did you know about it? Here goes Giselle lying. I mean, Robin talks to me. Robin says, yeah, I talked to her. Y'all hoes ain't talk. Y'all hoes ain't talk. Robin's face looked like, notice BITCH didn't, but wait a minute, how did she get that? But also trying to hold back her true expressions all at the same time, and then trying to save face because the GEBs are supposed to be a united front. And then after that, if y'all saw the smirk on Robin's face, it was giving, I'm gonna get your ass, Candace. I see what you doing, bitch. I'm on your. It's like as if you ain't been on her ass, okay, already. Whew, all right. So Candace says that she believes that Robin conspired with Giselle and Ashley to malign Chris. Now, I do believe that Robin was aware of whatever the plan was going to be. And I say that based on the fact that all of y'all sat around the table to plot against Monique in that situation. Now, Candace may not have been in support of that and told y'all that's not gonna work. That looked just like her kid. I feel like Robin played the same role where she was aware. She may not have contributed to it, but she was aware of what was happening, right? But I also believe that at some point Giselle wanted Robin to have her back, and that is what Robin ended up doing ultimately. Because once again, we have to always show that we're a united front, okay? Don't come against me, all right? So there's that. That's what I think Robin and Giselle had a conversation about. Therefore, Robin came back to the forefront and then said, hey, guys, can we all agree that no married man should be in a hotel room with another woman? Okay, this is where I have to agree with Candace yet again, because when she said you pretty much you thought talking about my business was going to make yours further in the background, because in my opinion, that's what she did in that moment. When she said, can we confirm that a married man should not be in a room with another woman, knowing that this entire time your man had already bought a hotel room for another bitch. Knowing already that your man was in another hotel room with another bitch. Knowing already that your man was in the DMs with another bitch that he had been entertaining while he had been engaged to you. Okay, so this is where I agree with Candace, because that's what you were doing. You could have just sat quietly and just let Giselle handle her own. You didn't have to say, can we all just agree this and that? I don't think that's right for you to ask people to agree to that. And then now when it's time for them to talk about what you got going on, you want to act like you don't care and shrug your shoulders in an effort to prevent people from talking about it. Because if you keep saying that you don't care, maybe they'll shut up. No, that's exactly what you did. And I feel like Candace was right when she sat up there and clocked you. Now, she could have dragged it a bit. Okay. Now, I don't think I've caught everything Candace said about you or the situation. She could have dragged it a bit. All right. However, she still wasn't really wrong, in my opinion, because that is what you did. All right. What else? Let's see. Oh, thank you, Sabre. I hope I said that right for the super sticker. And Yasmin for the super chat. Robin and Giselle had a falling out over Giselle's confessional. Robin almost ended the podcast over it, so G did know that Robin was pissed. Thank you for the super chat. Now, see, that I did not know. They had a falling out over Giselle's confessional. Oh, and almost ended the podcast. Oh, wow. But see, and I'm glad you also brought that up when I go back to revisit the whole blogger situation. I'm so glad you said that. Because again, you felt the way about your close friend, but you went to some bloggers to talk to them about how you felt instead of going to your friend first. To me, that is very shady. And if Robin did have this conversation with Giselle, please note it was after she had already talked to these bloggers about what the hell was going on. And see, this is the funny thing for me. This right here be the gag for me of it all. Y'all sit up there on this platform and y'all say you're a disaster on Twitter. Candace and that mouth, she always says whatever on Twitter. Candace is doing on Twitter on the front end what you hope to be doing on the back end. But because don't nobody see what y'all doing, it's easier for y'all to get away with y'all hosting. But what Robin was doing with talking to those bloggers ain't no different than what Candace was doing over there on Twitter. You was just over there hiding your hands. And as you're telling shit to bloggers, you're influencing their way of thinking. And when they come out with their stories or whatever they say, that it's going to be, I don't want to say biased, but it's definitely going to be influenced by the SHI that you have told them. And I just feel like you ain't no different than Candace. And it's just really that simple. So all you hoes be sitting up there doing the same thing, but then y'all be trying to play that girl out like she just all the way 1000% wrong, and y'all hoes be on the same. Like I won't forget it. Y'all be doing the same SHI. And you know what's so funny? When I think about Karen, she said that Wendy is not of Potomac, right? But she didn't really make no move about it. But she said that to Giselle specifically because Giselle aired her out. But the reason why she said that to Giselle was because she knows Giselle knows how to organize the girls to get somebody off the show. And I feel like that was y'all angle when it came to Candace. They missed out on you and they focused on Monique, and then they came back around and they revisited because it was always supposed to be you to get the hell off. Okay. What else did I want to talk about with that? Let's see. In addition, yeah. Okay, I think we talked about that. Andy asked Candace what she needed from Robin. And she was like, what I need, you don't have a tissue. I have one. So then she starts crying. I'm like, Candace, there's nothing for you to get emotional about, especially over a bitch that has told you in so many ways that she does not want to be your friend. Why are we crying? It's a loss. It's a loss. I don't think that you and Robin were ever that close, in my opinion, but I don't know how it was behind the scenes, because clearly behind the scenes, you and Ashley get along very well. It's just when y'all filming that y'all always at each other's necks. So I don't know what type of relationship you and Robin had, but I kind of feel like it wasn't really a need to cry about, but I'm on the outside looking in. Giselle's like, oh, not the tears. It made me think of Hercules for some reason. Did I find it humorous? No. I did not think anything was funny. I also thought that whatever Giselle did with Candace was the same shit she would do with Karen if she ain't fucking with Karen. It should be doing the same thing, like, oh, Karen, because that's just what Giselle does. But also at that moment, I wouldn't have been saying you're a fucking bitch. I'm not gonna, like, well, I don't have to call you that. A bitch. No, you could have just read her S for Phil and say you're a fucking bitch, And the fact that Candace could not fire off as quick as she could was another, like, damn, like, you are off your square for some reason. I don't know what you got going on, but you're here, but you ain't really here. And I don't know what you got. I don't know if he was trying to keep it delicate or what. I don't know. If you were trying to tone it down from last season at the reunion when you was just like wearing her ass out, because you was coming with them reeds on Giselle. This reunion, it was like you were literally in turmoil with yourself fighting from saying certain things, trying to maintain composure. Because even when you was finna say something, you looked over, and I think Wendy said, she said something. I think it was Wendy, not Karen. I'm sorry, not Ashley, but Wendy said something. And then Candace was like, yeah, you right. Her head was kind of like, you right, bitch. Let me shut up, because I told y'all I wasn't gonna act a fool this day. I said, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real cute. Like, that's what it was. That's what it was given. You was definitely in turmoil, because I do believe you had some shit for her ass. I really do. I really think you did. But you knew, since they always, and I hate that for you, because I feel like they definitely won because they were able to control your mouth, in a sense. They were able to control you. And because you probably didn't have reads that would have been worse than the last time, right? You probably had some stuff you want to say, but like, nah, I'm not, because they're going to twist that too. Let me just poison up. Let me just cool. Okay. And it could have been a situation where, I mean, this is making me think about the corporate sector, right? When somebody may say some shit to you and you want to go off, and then you look at your friend like, you right, I ain't even going to say that, because I'm going to be out this bitch anyway. So girl, you let, yes. Yeah, not a problem. That's okay. It also was giving that as well. Okay. When you know you're finna be out there, bitch. So I ain't even finna argue with these bitches. For what? I'm finna go. Ooh. So I don't know. I'm just telling y'all how I see it. Y'all may not have saw it that way. I'm just telling you how I watched the show. Okay. What else happened? Yeah, Giselle. Yeah. So she, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, Candace was more emotional about Robin than she was about Giselle. I did say that Candace was usually quicker than what she is, but for some reason she just seemed like she was off. Candace says that she wants Robin to just acknowledge that she switched up. I don't think that is a hard thing to ask of Robin. Like, just acknowledge that you did switch up, because you did. You switched up by the end of the season. In addition to that, you also switched up at the reunion. But at the same time, I feel like Candace, like, girl, like, this lady, F this bitch. Do you know how many times Nene Leakes have sat on the stage? And granted, Nene is no longer there, but Nene didn't walk off the stage. But it's been plenty of times that she's looked at bitches and was like, not talking to these hoes. Do you hear what I'm saying? It's been plenty of times Kenya Moore with her prop threw that motherfucking fan up, like, like, you could have did. I would have threw a fan. That's what you should have brought, bitch. One of them. Okay, one of them fan. Andy, at this point, baby, I don't expect anything from Robin. Robin has shown me enough. What else is going on? Okay, you could have gave a good Cynthia Bailey. Like, what else is going on? I ain't got nothing for this lady. What else is going on? So yeah, I just need my friends to acknowledge she ain't your friend. So she ain't gonna acknowledge you, girl. Just let it go, okay? What else? Robin says that she don't need shit from Candace. As much as I don't like that Robin said that, that's the shit Candace should have said to Robin. I don't need shit from this bitch. She done already showed me what she needed to show me. Period. And what she shown me, and shame on me for not even recognizing that, Andy. Now, you could also say this too, Nadia. I'm just getting what you say. She's also shown me that her relationship with Giselle is nip tuck tight. And that's the most important relationship that she has on this couch. So there's nothing for me to, there's nothing. I don't expect anything from her. She's already shown me everything that I needed to see. What else is going on? Period. I wouldn't have gave her too much. I wouldn't have liked for words. Like, she didn't deserve all of that. Robin says, no. And I think they got on Giselle. I can't remember what it was with Giselle, but we might end up revisiting. Yeah, we're gonna revisit that Giselle situation. Oh, thank you so much, Aspen, for the super chat. I love Candace down, but this reunion wasn't good for her. She let them get to her as soon as she pulled out that poster board. I cringed so hard. Listen, thank you so much for the super chat. Yes, man, I have to agree. I cringed just from watching the damn trailer. Because y'all know I ain't really into the props, okay? People love Monique's binder. People loved Wendy's little poster board she did. Candace doing it. Girl, give me a different prop, okay? Give me, and I guess they can't bring those types because then that will be used as like a weapon, okay? Thanks, Kenya Moore. But I wasn't featuring it. And the way she reached behind the couch and her face, she was fighting her tears. Like, she really was trying to have a reunion without tears, I feel, because she was really fighting it. And you could hear her voice just crackling down. And it was like the nervousness of it all as well. That's why I'm like, this is not like, you're giving timid Candace. You never do that. What else do you have going on? What are you in turmoil about? What is happening? Okay. Thank you so much, Felicia, for the super chat. Could it be if she didn't go off, what else could they blame her for? If I take my mouth off the table, what else do they have? But she kept looking at production. Listen, this is a great point. This is a great point. I don't know if I put that in my notes, but you're reminding me of when I was thinking about the entire season. I feel like Candace try not to give them a lot this entire season until they pissed her off that one last time and she hit the table and said the line is always moving. And you could tell she was, I'm trying not to go there with you biddies. I'm trying, but I think you made a really good point there. Thank you so much for the super chat, Big Ant 06 2003. Can you drag Giselle to the lake of fire, please? Thank you so much. Her house is already there. There's not much for me to drag her about when her house is as low as it gets in hell. Miss Sinai, you know, so I'm sure that her daughter can't wait to get the fuck up out of there so she can go to college because it's too damn hot. So it's not much for me to really say. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Robin says that she's been with Juan for 28 years and says they are only focused on their family and are each other's biggest supporters. Robin was lying. We've never seen him support you. If anything, we've only seen him chastising you. Okay. That man just not happy. He just thugging it out. He just thugging it out, girl. That shit makes me so mad because I know Robin gets on our nerves, but I think Robin is a beautiful woman and she really can have, in my opinion, a lot of other men that I think will make her super happy. And I think that's what irritates me, that she literally sits here and deals with him. And it's like, she really ain't got to fuck with you, dog. High key, because she was the one going places when she booked this show. And she started her headline that was super successful. I don't know if she still has it or not. I'm not sure what she's doing. She might. And then that was super successful. Then now she's about to open a franchise. If you ask me, I kind of feel like Robin got it going on. Why is you dealing with him? And then the highlight of this nigga's life at this point is the fact that he's over here volunteering for y'all son's basketball team. Girl wouldn't even say this shit. Like, I feel like that sound worse, in my opinion. He gonna do that anyway. And he should do that anyway. Them your kids. Why is that supposed to be like a highlight? Like, yeah. That's like saying, I'm thinking about Sharice and how Sharice in episode 1, her daughter was on the gymnastics and the cheerleading team. That's like saying she's volunteering to be a cheer mom. She's supposed to. That's her daughter. Like, she gonna show up. She gonna take girls to practice. She gonna be there at the gymnastics class and stuff. She gonna show up for the competition. She gonna get her money. She's going to volunteer to help out. She's supposed to. She's a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he also volunteers for our sons. So that's like, you said it like he done secured something. And he playing on your top, Robin. And girl, that shit pisses me off so much. Thank you so much, CE, for the super chat. The show is edited. We forgetting it, but let's wait for all 3 parts to decide if she read. Great points. Great point. Okay. Those girls all say she had a lot to say in interviews. Thank you so much for the super chat. You have a good point. You have a good point. We don't know how the reunion is going to play out. So initially it's given she's off her damn square. Okay. So we shall see. And then you're so right with it being edited, because we don't know at what point they really had these conversations. You know, I feel like we might be watching some in part 1 that actually happened later on that day. Like after they came back from lunch. Like, it could be, you know, the way they splice and cut up stuff. So that's a good point. We'll have to wait and see. Ashley asked the question to Robin that was like, to me, I felt like either Ashley has just been observing what we've observed, or Ashley is privy to information that Robin has said. And I could be wrong. But she asked her, do you guys love each other? Because even Ashley closer to the situation than we are, about sees that there is no real love between y'all. If anything, there's only history that's binding y'all together, as well as your children. But then at the same time, I was like, Ashley, shut the hell up. Don't ask her. You don't need to ask nobody anything, because we still trying to find out about your divorce while you over here asking somebody if they love each other. Shut up. Okay, and just sit on the end of the couch. I feel like you've been sitting on the end of the couch for a very long periodically time now. Okay, and at this point, they need to be letting you know when your time is up. But let's keep going. One, I love how quick Karen has been with her responses. They asked her about whether she's got any face work done. She agrees and says yes. Ashley says, what about the body? Karen says, no, the body is all me. Banging. I said, ooh, yes. Come on, Karen. Karen be ready. How do y'all have Karen ready to chew y'all up at every turn? And I don't think Karen's reads were rehearsed. At least not for this reunion. I think she was just firing back. Period. I said, let's go, Karen. You better call these wenches out. Call these wenches out. The real wenches of pathetic. That's what I'm gonna have to call this show. Anywho, let's keep going. Giselle blamed Candace for death threats, right? Giselle says that she was told she would be talked to. Okay. In my opinion, I do not think that Candace is to blame for death threats, okay? I do believe that the viewers are to blame. I think a lot of us viewers get on Twitter. We be outraged about a lot of stuff. And based on that, I guess people don't know where to place their anger. So they go hop in these people's inbox and start making death threats, which I do not condone at all. And y'all gonna stop that SHI when somebody starts sending the police to y'all fucking know based on their IP address, okay? I don't think nobody on this show should be receiving no death threats about nothing that's happening on this show that they edit. Yes, we only can talk about what they really show us, but we don't have the full scope of everything. Okay. I just don't think nobody should be receiving no death threats over this show. I just don't think I just don't agree with that. I don't care how much we don't like a person. Okay. And a lot of y'all be spewing this SHI behind these profile pictures and don't nobody know who y'all are. And the gag be for me, a lot of times it be some of y'all white folks, and I am going to call y'all out, that be hiding behind black pictures and shit, talking a lot of shit. Okay. But again, y'all going to keep trying, and y'all going to try to write one. They're going to pull up that IP address on you hoes, and then it's going to be over. Okay. So be real careful. Okay. Anywho, I don't feel like that should all be on Candace, especially when everybody, which I do believe, has received death threats. I can imagine how many Monique had received, from the whole situation that happened with her and Candace. I could just imagine how many, So, and then when people realize Giselle pushed Monique, I can imagine how many she got at that time. Like, Giselle, it's just crazy that now all of a sudden you want to bring up death threats when we know for a fact that all of y'all had been getting them for a long time. And then now you're trying to put this off on Candace. And what really pissed me off was you were doing anything that you could do to escape accountability on your end. And Andy allowed you the pass to do so. But let me tell you who really should have been the host of you hoes and in charge of the girls, because it's given that she is in charge, that motherfucking Karen Huger. Because she wasn't going to let none of you bitches sit up there and escape on some shit that you said and did. Hello? Because she was calling it. Because when Karen pulled them girls together, when they was talking about Estee, she said, let me say this and we're going to be done with this. I said, oh, is Karen the host? Is Karen hosting this show? Okay. Are they cursing their mothers in Spain? Because Karen over there, she grabbing them. Okay. And then she said, we need to be real careful about how we say stuff when other people have been assaulted or whatever. So I said, Karen, collect the people how you need to collect them. Okay. So I was here for it. But anywho, so Giselle says that, this is what was interesting to me. When Giselle said that when Andy asked her about the death threats when it came down to Candace, why didn't she speak to her? Because the show is about resolve, as Andy said at the beginning. So you would think when somebody has crossed you and somebody has done something, you should sit down and have the conversation. Hell, you talking about some words Candace said to you when Wendy was literally assaulted on camera by Mia, and even she had to have the conversation. So when you come and you say, well, I was told that she would be talked to, that was cue for me to know that you went to production the same way Karen had went to production. And I don't think that's necessarily fair. It also shows me that production was never going to force Giselle to come to any resolution when it comes to Candace. And that Giselle, to me, does have a lot more pull, in my opinion, than what one may think. Because how is it that everybody else got to have sit downs and conversations, but Giselle not willing to have a conversation? And I feel like Karen has said worse to you. Didn't Karen call you a hoe, saying that you were a whore from Hampton or something like that? Didn't she say you was over there at Sing Sing? Karen has said a lot of stuff about you, yet you have forgiven Karen. But when it comes to Candace, you're mad because and that's what I don't understand. You only give a pass to Karen, but when Wendy holds you to the fire, and when Candace holds you to the fire for the stuff that you've said and done, then you want to completely write them off. I don't get that. I don't think that's cool. And I don't think that production should have allowed her to get away with that. You know what I'm saying? She should have been forced to have, they both, like, you've even had to sit down with Monique, even after y'all have had issues, you've been able to move past your issues with Monique, be all in that damn lady house and all of that. So why is it you can't have a conversation with Candace? Because the whole plan was to get your ass up off here. And they won, whether it was for you to quit or for them to let you go. What else? Let's see. Candace says everyone has received death threats, and it's unfair to make it seem like she's getting those threats because of me, as if Candace was the one that told the people to go over there and do it. And then Andy said, have you been liking tweets? Candace says she has liked tweets, but I don't think Candace said that those tweets that she liked were death threats, but she just said that she liked tweets. The tweet that they showed on the screen had nothing to do with a death threat. The person that posted the tweet ended up coming out, and she even said that they asked her to use her tweet, but it had nothing to do with death threats. And had she known they were going to try to use that as an angle, she would have never gave them permission to use her stuff to begin with. Okay. She says there is no death threat or name calling. She says, I didn't call Giselle a colorist, and Giselle isn't even tagged. Either production was proven that the kind of tweets that Candace likes are harmless, or they think calling out colorism is akin to death threats. Okay. That's what, was said or whatever. So, let's see. Let me go back over here. All right. So I feel like whatever actions of Giselle's that warranted death threats were on her own. So when Candace is no longer on this show and you continue to receive them, you can no longer use her as a scapegoat. So then who and what and how? But I do feel like over time, the people that are so team Giselle are going to see her for who she is. And I feel like I was one of those people, because y'all couldn't tell me nothing about Robin. Y'all couldn't tell me nothing about Giselle, period. Okay. Of course that changed. I used to love Portia Williams to the ground, and I was not hearing nothing you was talking about. Over time, that changed. I could not stand Kenya Moore. Do you hear me? Couldn't stand her. Over time, that changed. Love me some Kenya. So I think in time, y'all will catch up. Y'all will see what's going on. But stand by your fave in this moment. Let's see. Bravo. Yeah, we talked about that. Show the tweet. Candace says it's okay. Yeah. So Candace does say that she liked the tweet. She didn't clarify whether or not there were any death threats. Candace says it's no different than them going on the podcast. Like, yeah, I like tweets or whatever, and I may say what I say on Twitter, but once again, it's no different than y'all going on y'all podcast and y'all also talking shit and getting paid, getting an additional check for it. At least the stuff I'm tweeting is free, right? So I do feel like with this situation, there is no one right. Okay, it is people pointing fingers, but ain't nobody right. Y'all both talk shit. I just feel like don't be trying to call out Candace for the shit that y'all doing, and she really can't call out y'all for the shit that y'all doing, because she doing it too. But technically, she's responding to y'all trying to call me out, but y'all doing the same shit in a different way. But it's still the same. What are you saying? All right. So Candace says me liking tweets, tweeting, whatever is no different than them talking shit on their podcast. And I'm going to add, and it ain't no damn different than Robin getting her ass up there in a group chat talking to bloggers. Hello? Yeah. All right. So y'all know Robin's still pissed with Candace, baby. She's still hot with Candace because Candace aired her ass out. Because here's the thing, y'all. Even if Robin did have the conversation with Giselle about the group chat she has with bloggers, Candace just brought to the world that Robin participates in group chats with other bloggers. So you done outed her to all of these people. So she really on your head. So she couldn't wait to bring up Chris's alleged DICK pics, okay? And then make sure she wanted to say limp dick. For me, it was Candace's hesitant response, like, huh? What are those? What's that? That is not true. I would have chewed Robin up. But you can't be talking about my man's dick pics because you have to be talking about yours. Because I'm sure the evidence that came out about your nigga buying them tickets or buying that hotel, you remember that? Yeah, I'm sure it was some other photos to come with that. So at this point, you can't tell me shit about my nigga. You really can't. What was it? No. You can't tell me shit because your nigga been cheating on you since he met your ass. And to this day, 28 years later, ho, ain't shit changed. So you can't have not now conversation with me. You can't talk to me about eating motherfucking thing. See, here's the gag. While you over there trying to bring up some shit, that bitch came out and said that the tea on my man was a lie. Even though we already knew that, and you did too. But what we also know is that the bitch is yet to take back anything that was going on with your man. So you see, that's the difference. See, it was rumors over here, but with yours, the shit is facts. And you can't face the facts. And that's why you sitting over there looking dumb as fuck now. Girl, I would have chewed Robin ass up. It was nothing she could have said to me about anything when it comes to money. Understand? Especially when the bimbo, when there's so much evidence of the bimbo clearly being a lie. When I broke down that whole video, showed y'all the audio messages going back and forth, didn't even align. When you're having a real conversation with people, they're not 6 seconds, 3 seconds, 10 seconds. That's not how conversations go. Okay, so we already knew that was cap. The way the little images was with his name and shit like that, like the girl made this shit up, and I broke all of that down. Listen to the interview. Even Tasha knew the girl was lying and thought it was funny and just continued to just listen to let her dig herself a deeper hole, only for the girl to turn around and come out and admit that she was lying. Come on now. So I would have chewed her, girl, it ain't shit you could tell me about my nigga when your nigga T all out there and it's facts. Okay? See, the rumors, see, that shit got dispelled within a week. Your shit dragged on for at least a month or two, so much so that bitch, you had to go and have a Watch What Happens live with Andy to clear up your shit, and yet you sitting on this stage and still can't clear it up today. So we know you full of shit. Okay, everything that comes out your mouth is shit. So at this point, it stank, and I'm really not trying to smell it. So what's going on? What else is going on? Because this hoe can't talk to me. She ain't even on my level to have a conversation. Like, what are we doing? Because I would have ate Robin ass up, her and her husband. And even if there are rumors, my nigga's gonna be standing behind me. So where is yours at? And that's the gag. My man coming behind me to support rumors that were false, that these bitches brought up against my man. Not only bitches on this show, but hoes off the show, when he's standing up behind me, whether he chooses to answer questions about the rumors or not, he's here. Your nigga got facts on him, and he don't even want to face the facts. Girl, fact is, he really ain't that into your ass. If you pay attention, have you went back and rewatched the seasons? Because maybe you need to see yourself. You need to see your relationship through the eyes of others to see your nigga really ain't feeling you like you think. While you sitting over here with egg on your motherfucking face. And what was it? Oh, that calm too, because we know you like to do that as well. Girl, now he got calm and egg on her face. Girl, yikes. Not you got calm on your face, but he coming somewhere else to see another bitch. Girl, I would have ate Robin up. It ain't a shit you could tell me, baby. Understand that. Thank you so much for the super chat. When your husband can show up for a stranger at a hotel with money and can't show up with words to assist his, I don't care, wife, child, Robin is worse than a Giselle for me. Thank you so much for that super chat, because you said a word, girl. Now he showed up to a hotel with money with another BIT and can't show up to stand behind you with some words, and he benefiting from your check and the check that you making. He taking that money to give to another bitch. Let me tell you, Robin could take it to me, baby. We can't talk. We can't have a conversation. We cannot talk until you know where your money is going. We cannot talk, girl. You might want to dig in your nigga phone before he declutter it. Okay? That's what you might want to do, and find out what's really going on over there in the neighborhood, for sure. All right. Why you too damn lazy to get out the damn bed? Okay. And you want to stay in the bed all night. And what was it? Get a kid's Chick-fil-A or whatever the case is. Why you over there getting up in the afternoon? Juan is over there early, being an early bird on another beach. So what's going on? Girl with a chew right. I'm like, girl, what we crying for? Crying about what? Not gonna cry about nothing. But I'm gonna collect you, bitch, because I promise you, you're gonna be the one going home crying, because it will not be me. I'm gonna remind you every second of how your nigga ain't shit. And I don't care how many times you try to convince America and yourself how much of a good supporter and best friend he is to you. That nigga don't put you like that. Girl, absolutely not. Thank you so much, Akusa, for the super chat. Yours, the only review I have really enjoyed, saying what needs to be said and cracking me up. Thank you. The GEBs proved they're trash. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Girl, I would have ate Robin ass up, girl. Ooh. Candace, girl, did you need me to be in your ear? Girl, you should have put an earpiece in. God would have been like, and tell that hoe. Oh, shit. And tell that hoe she looked trash with that motherfucking outfit on. Anyway, I don't even know why she went and spent that money to get that shit made. Okay, you came out better just coming out with what Giselle had going on, because it looks a mess. Period. Did you pay for it? Okay, you should have told her. Let me tell you what else to tell that hoe. Okay. Is Juan coming? Of course not. Let me see. Robin, thank you so much, Unknown to Man, the super chat. Read, Mama Bear, read. Yes, all the way to the down. Thank you so much for the super chat. Girl, listen, she would have got ate up. It ain't shit you could tell me. I am so glad Juan Dixon is not here to hear you tell these fucking fables, hear you tell these damn lies about how he's your best supporter, but all of the recorded tea that we have has shown otherwise. That's the gag for me, that you would really want us to sit on this stage and believe all the shit that's coming out your mouth when we have so much evidence to prove otherwise. From the video footage, hello, to the DMs, the screenshots, all of that is showing that your nigga don't even care about you. So what are we talking about? Don't bring up mine, okay? And the gag for me is, I know what my DICK look like. Another bitch doesn't. But we know that another bitch knows what you and yours look like. Hello? Okay? Now, aside from Chris and his children, because I'm sure they know. Okay? But aside from that, in this relationship, bitch, I know what it look like. Can you guarantee the same? I bet you if you call that lady up right now, she'll tell you exactly what is given. For sure. Okay? What bitch you know finna come all the way down from Canada to see another man that cannot get a hotel room for her and needs to call your man to get a hotel room for her, and he has the audacity to tell you he did it because he is too nice. Now, let you have to win and did something like that. I will hope that Juan cared. I would hope that he cared. And if Juan does care, he will blow the fuck up. Okay? If he cared. Because he might not. Because he also said he want to see you hunch on somebody else. Okay. So, I mean, he might not give a damn, girl. Anywho, let's keep going. Let's see. Candace then goes on to say that Giselle is not interested in moving forward because Andy was trying to figure out what's going on with both of the ladies. Candace says that she was not willing to move forward. So there's nothing else we really should be talking about because Giselle already said that. I don't know if y'all caught Giselle's face like, huh? I do want to move on. Her face looked like, no, I didn't say that. And then here go Mia. Well, I don't think she said that. Well, her actions have shown that. So what else? Her actions have shown that, girl. She don't want to talk. She don't want to move forward. Giselle makes it appear as though she did apologize, but she didn't. So she brings up the fact that Chris didn't like being called a sneaky link. So that's the only thing she apologized for, okay? She did not apologize for accusing that man of grabbing somebody else's ass and then trying to lie and say that Ashley told her that. Well, she know for a fact Ashley never said that. She was adding sauce on it. So therefore, yes, you were accusing him of committing SA when that never, ever happened. So you were wrong for that, girl. You was wrong, Giselle, baby. You was wrong. Giselle definitely implied SA. I'm glad they had the flashbacks to show her because she tried to lie when Candace brought up the made me go. She was like, no, I said he asked me. No, you didn't. And I think it took for Karen to confirm that is what happened. And then they rolled the beautiful bean footage of what you did say. And then this BITCH was able to correct what she said and nobody called her out for it. Well, if I said made, I meant asked. Oh, that's what if I said made, I meant asked. Nobody said anything like, no, Giselle, you don't get to back out now. You don't get to back out now. Could you at least apologize? It's not, no, I said this, but this is what I meant. Because if that was anybody else on the stage that said something versus what they meant, y'all would be having these people apologize. So I think that was messed up. Giselle tries to deflect. So when Candace was going in on her, she tries to deflect by saying, oh, is it name calling time? It's the name calling time. This is what she does to deflect. Okay. What else? Candace does accept accountability. She does apologize to Giselle, which I don't feel like she should have apologized to Giselle. I don't think she should have apologized at all. But I understand her doing it for the sake of moving forward. Whether you feel like you did anything wrong, that person felt like you was wrong. So it is what it is. Apologize. Let's move forward. Okay. Giselle didn't even have the decency to think of that and be like, you know what, whether I intended to like, you know, accuse him of that. Obviously it was something that I implied. Those were not my intentions. I definitely apologize. Like it really was that simple. And she wasn't even willing to do that. So whatever. And actually at one point towards the end of Candace's apology, Giselle looked over into space like, girl, I hear you, but I ain't hearing shit you're talking about, because at the end of the day, you could give me 1,000 apologies and I'm still not gonna fuck with you. Okay, so anywho, the fact that Candace was anywho, Karen and Robin are going back and forth, and they can barely say anything nice. Andy wants them to say something nice about each other, and that ends up leading them to an argument. I felt like Karen was wearing Robin ass out when she was calling her flip-floppy, calling out her flip-floppiness and calling out her fakeness. And I thought it was quite hilarious, because that's when Karen ended up bringing up that boom box that she sat on the table or whatever, trying to out Candace or whatever the situation was. Mia, they take a break. Mia goes to the back. She's on the phone. Well, no. She tells Gordon that Ink had been blowing her up. Baby, Gordon says, well, he may just be really concerned about you. I said, girl, what kind of agreement you and Gordon got going on? You married. I mean, Gordon must really know that it's over. Like, I don't know, but he has truly come to an understanding since the last time we saw y'all filming and he was going off and he was upset, said the man tried to break up y'all marriage and stuff. Next thing you know, we seeing him over there speaking like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, girl, what Mia got going on with these men, honey? She over there talking to the man telling her how good she looked. He over there, I think she told him she loved him or whatever. He said he loved her back. I said, ooh. All of this in Gordon's face? Girl, if you like it, I love it. He done learned something, child. What else happened? Mia speaks on her business and her marriage. Mia says that she and Ink were together since high school. That's what she say. Do we really believe that? I don't know what to believe about Mia. Mia lie. Mia lies. Okay, so I don't know when she met the man. But anywho, she said that different career paths is what led them down different roads. Wendy tells her that Gordon exposed to people that Ink thinks that their son is his. And so Mia does confirm this information, okay? I feel like Mia, again, is a liar. I could have sworn she was over there talking to Gordon on the season finale, talking about how she wasn't cheating on him. Only for us to find out that she was cheating on him, because why is Ink even thinking that y'all child is his? Like, come on, Mia. Mia is a liar. And I will say this. I will admit and say that Mia does have some Portia ways about herself. Now, I'm not seeing her being the face of Potomac as Portia was at one point, okay? And now she's back to being the face of, Housewives of Atlanta. So that's why I'm in like denial. I think that Mia's situation will be parallel to Portia's, but at the same time, I'm not seeing Mia being the face just yet, okay? Not as long as Karen and Giselle are around. I don't see that, okay? So hold on one second, y'all. I was looking at some looking at some pictures of my baby. But anywho, so yeah, I don't see her being the face, but I see her, kind of like, she might have some similar stuff to what's going on with Portia and all that other stuff. Messy, entertaining, but not like that. Anywho, thank you so much, Marty, for the super chat. Gordon is securing the bag. He needs the money. Listen, and you are so right. The way that he is moving across the street from her, and he gonna get him a little apartment or condo or something like that, and you know Mia gonna be paying for it, okay? So until the family start giving him some of the coinage back, and maybe he feel like, hey, Mia paying him what I guess she owe him or something. I don't know. And Mia over there talking about she gonna be divorced sooner than Ashley Darby. Do y'all think Mia gonna be divorced sooner than Ashley Darby? But I could possibly see it. But some part of me is just not sure about Ink. And I'm not gonna know more until we see his personality. But I feel like that ain't gonna last. I mean, I don't see that lasting. I don't at all. I think she gonna still be with Gordon like Ashley is. That makes for a better storyline that you still with Gordon while you over here dibbling and dabbling with this other dude. I think that might be a good storyline for maybe 2 years, possibly. After that, we're gonna need to see some movement on the divorce and what's gonna happen with you and Ink. Okay. I think that the next season should be us seeing you and Gordon trying to navigate this divorce. Not coming to a finalization, but navigating it while you're having this relationship and the changes that's going to happen with the family. And then I think the second season after that should be you, like, y'all coming to this real finalization that we're about to be done for real. And then we're going to see what's going to happen with you and Ink. Okay. So I don't know, y'all, but that's just what I was thinking about everything. All right. I just came to chit chat. I just came to chit chat with you guys about the reunion part 1. All right. So that is all that I have. Again, I thank you guys so much for joining me. Definitely like up the video, subscribe to the channel and all that great jazz. And I will catch you guys in the next one, honey. Bye-bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like Soldier Rag. Leading my people like quarterback. But I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip and just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they died of me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but you run no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad one. King of my city and cul-de-sac.